Hey Taurus, welcome to June of 2023. It's going to glow you up big time when it comes to property and real estate matters, your health and wellness, as well as some big energy going through your money house. It could even lead to a new job, a greater increase in your wellness financially, or the ability to market, merchandise, and sell possessions and buy them as well. This is going to be a pretty good month for you as well because the Lord of your sign, which is Venus, is moving into Leo, where she will be for a crazy ass 4 months. We're going to talk a bit about that in this video because it's going to be a big deal, kind of once in a lifetime vibe. She's going to be there for a long time. It's going to really help you when it comes to home, property, real estate, land, and your enjoyment of your own life, your private life, your home life, your time with your family, whatever that looks like. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lori Lothian. I am using the whole sign house system, Hellenistic astrologer, FYI. If you haven't seen my channel before, I'm down to talk about asteroids a lot. So if you want to learn about minor asteroids, stick around. I have a lot going on. Check my description box below. I teach classes. I see clients, although I'm pretty booked right now. And I have a Patreon community and a Cosmic Moonshine newsletter for a week of weekly astrology news. Definitely want to jump onto that newsletter if you haven't already. Starting now in the month of June, I'm going to be having a promotion. So when this video comes out in June, you might be catching wave of it. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, you're going to get a big bunch of gifts. So I haven't got that promotion ready, so I won't be selling it right now, but just get ready for that. Okay, so let's talk about the story of this month. It is going to be very positive in one way for you. Venus is the Lord of your sign. She's the most important planet in your sky. And this is a very rare event that you're going to encounter that begins in the month of June, which is Venus moving through the sign of Leo. Venus will enter here on June the 5th and leave around October the 9th. And you're going to start to feel the wind of something good happening, especially those of you who are, say, the early born, like first 10 degrees of the sign of Taurus, you're going to sun, moon, and rising. You're going to feel this a lot more acutely in the month of June. But don't forget, she's going to go through the entire swath of Leo and then retrograde backwards on the 22nd of July and then go back forward. So you're all going to feel it over the next 4 months, which is blessings, luck, opportunity, and goodness, flow, ease, grace, and yumminess in the 4th house. For some of you, you may renovate your home, you may redesign it, you may get new art in there. For others, you may buy a beautiful new home, have money, luck when it comes to home, like buying and selling. And you may also have a female come visit you during this transit because women in the home is Venus in the 4th house. But for the most part, it's also just feeling really joyful and happy and really enjoying your private downtime and home life. So this begins on June the 5th, and interestingly, Mars is already there. He entered into your 4th house back in the month of May on the 20th. And maybe until Venus gets in here June 5th, you may have some conflicts. Well, you could have construction going on, but you may have conflicts with people in your home during that transit. And now Venus will come and she will sweeten it up, and that will be the end of any arguing or fighting in your home that may have picked up, I don't know, around the 20th of May, and it ends around June the 5th. Venus definitely can bring you some wealth here. And so if you want to sell a property, great. And if you want to buy a property, it will turn out and you'll have some good luck. The other big thing that's happening this month, because I'm kind of going big picture and then we're going to go in a chronological order, just so you know, is that Pluto is going to slide backwards on June the 11th into Capricorn. And as a Taurus rising, this is a very lovely energy because it flows to you. And so the god of wealth and the god of power is going to flow at you starting on June the 11th. And he'll do that until next January. It's a long transit because he's retrograding backwards into your 9th house. This could be powerful outcomes to do with legal matters, as courts and legal matters, powerful that you've dealt with before because it's retrograde. Pluto was in your 9th house for years. He would also could mean you're going to go back to look at things to do with book publishing, foreign lands, foreign travel, things to do with visas, things to do with academic environments. These are all very highlighted. But Pluto brings you power in those places, and you're going to receive goodness here. My daughter's a Taurus sun. I could just go, okay, Pluto's sliding back into her academia house. She's taking a summer course. I bet she's going to kill it and do really, really well. And Pluto here also is somehow connected maybe to a father figure endowing some powerful blessings towards you in the month of June from the 11th onward. It can also look like a potential third marriage powering up as well. Now, the other thing I'd say about this month on the big picture stories is we might want to look at the fact that you'll have a transit of Mercury moving into Gemini, which he does every year. And in your sky, the Gemini piece of the real estate is your money house. And this is why in the intro I said some kind of buying, marketing, selling, possessions gained and lost. Mercury likes to sell and he likes to buy. He likes to do transactions. And he's moving into the money house from June the 11th to the 27th. And so it's a longer stay. Well, it's not long, but it's like several weeks. And so how are you going to profit from this is the question. What ways will this serve you and financially be lucrative? As a general principle, it's going to be somehow connected to as well the idea that you can gain some benefits from Pluto just before the time that Pluto slides back into your Capricorn zone of influence. Mercury in your money house will, on the 11th of the month of June, just for a fleeting moment, look like he's trying to create a glow up between career, reputation, and earnings and money. So some of you, raises, promotions, new jobs can be had around the 11th of the month of June. And he is retrograde, so it could also be a former job, a former employer, a former situation coming back and giving you a little bit of spice around that time. When you have Mercury in the second house, which as I said is quite a while, June 11th to the 27th, maybe think of it as a time in which your ability to speak is extra heightened and you're kind of got the gift of the gab, and you may be able to kind of convince anybody to give you what you need and want. Big asks can happen here. And it's really good for anyone who has a business or creative or work path that requires them to be very good at being able to sell or market things. And so your marketing selling skills will be very, very enhanced. And that's about it. All right, so we're going to go one more thing, big picture, and then break down the month into weeks. And we're going to talk next big picture about June the 17th, where Saturn will station to retrograde at 7 degrees of the sign of Pisces. And that makes the retrogradation of Saturn in Pisces a 11th house event. Well, basically, starting on June 17th, add several months, you may be able to have former connections to aunts, uncle, not to aunts, to an elder sibling come back to you, or an elder sibling reaching out to you, or some kind of change of direction regarding a friend who was an ally or benefactor, or some kind of change of direction in the way you gain money from your career path, including great gains and income from your specific journey of your career. So the retrogradation of Saturn here can be going back to older ways of doing things, as I said, or hearing from old friends you haven't heard from a while, especially older friends, not just old friends, okay? Saturn retrograde here could have you revising some of your longer game plans, goals, and dreams and wishes for your life, kind of looking at it in a more sober-minded and realistic way, and doing some revisions on what you expect your life to look like. Okay, so let's go ahead now and break down the month. I don't want to make this a long video. Venus will square Jupiter. Oh, no, wrong. Sorry. Venus will trine Nope. Oh, it's a bait and switch start. Let me get my map. Yes, Venus will trine Neptune. Venus is the lord of your sign, flowing to Neptune, the god of imaginations and dreams and visions and love and film and filmmaking and photography and storytelling and more. This is a Venus, okay, in the sign of Cancer. She's in your third house. She hasn't moved into Leo, your fourth house yet, on June the 2nd and 3rd. Third house of siblings, trips, travel, and journeys. And definitely this can involve siblings in general, because Neptune's in a sibling house. If you're a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, what sibling stories are really loving you up on June 2nd and 3rd, including the opportunities for travel and trips to be arranged or taken, as well as benefits maybe coming through any of the siblings above or below you. And it looks really glowy and feels good. If you have an online business, this is really great, especially if you use video or videography, so TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, because you could get a little bit of micro celebrity, a little bit of sweet spot popularity from something you're doing on the 2nd and 3rd of the month. If you want to take a class or learn something, this is also very auspicious around the 2nd, 3rd of the month to sign up or to take the class. It can be very beneficial at that time. Now, when we move forward in time, we get to the energy of I think I need to put my lights on. I'm losing the light here. On the 3rd and the 4th, we get to the energy of Mercury conjunct Uranus. Now, Uranus is unexpected, dramatic, shock and awe changes or unexpected developments like little tower and lightning bolts. Mercury is the god of marketing, merchandising, and messaging. On the 3rd and the 4th of the month, he's in Taurus and so is Uranus. They're together. This is in the house of you. You are kind of the one having the aha, the lightning bolt moment, the insight or the download or some exciting and sudden developments, because Jupiter is here. It's the first time this has happened since 2018, when benefic Jupiter is supporting this to be a very positive development, some kind of exciting shock and awe, some kind of positive development. Don't worry, it's not going to ruin your life. It may feel, in fact, quite amazing. I don't even know where to begin on what this could look like, but because you are the Taurus of the sky, it's not happening to you. It's definitely happening, as the cliche goes, for you. And so exciting developments. Jupiter blesses you. Very lucky energy. I could make an argument that Mercury is, as the Lord of your earnings house, going to bring you a very positive and exciting financial development around June the 3rd and the 4th. And he also owns your money luck house. And you may feel, as a Taurus, extremely financially blessed and very lucky at that time. Now, you have Venus opposite Pluto on the 5th and the 6th as the planetary lord of your sign. She will have just tiptoed to 0 degrees of Leo, and she will look at Pluto still at 0 degrees of Aquarius across the way. Pluto is retrograde, but he's still Pluto. This is some intensity between home and career, between property and public reputation. This can be some kind of really difficult tension around the 5th and the 6th in something to do with what you're doing in and from the home, and a connection to something going on in your career. Yeah, for some of you, you may end up quitting your job, or I hope not getting fired. But at the end of the day, it will benefit you and may give you some more private time at home to enjoy that Venus transit through your 4th house, as you don't have to work right now and you can think of what you want to do next. Certainly with Mars also trundling through Leo, that could definitely look like you quitting your job or leaving your job. And that's true anytime in June, but Mars could even pre-prompting that starting on May the 20th. So get ready for that as well. Next in the story, on the second week of the month, between June the 9th and the 12th, Venus, the Lord of your sky, squares Jupiter. Now, a square is tension. It requires action. You must take action to actualize whatever this is, but it's too benefic squaring off. It may be positive. Venus in the house of property, homeland, and real estate, squaring Jupiter in the house of you. An auspicious opportunity to change your home, upgrade your home, get a new home, expand your home. Venus is in a legacy wealth house. Inheritances can be drawn from the 4th. Jupiter is lucky opportunity. Jupiter rules your house of inheritance. A parent, a family member, a father figure, anybody could bequeath you some money from this transit. Now, don't have to pass away. Maybe just give you a chunk of it. I'm not going to suggest the gnarly part of that, but it could be any of those from the 9th to the 12th of June. And then we're going to tiptoe into the 14th to the 24th with an exactitude on the 19th of June. And what we're having happen here is we're having Jupiter, very positive, by the way, in the house of you, sextiling Saturn, who's retrograde, in the house of good spirit. Okay, lucky opportunity and breaks to establish some kind of lasting legacy thing to do with great career gains, financial gain from an income from your work, blessings from an elder sibling, somebody in power and authority in some way benefiting you in a positive way. Saturn is retrograde. You may already know this person, and this is June the 14th to the 21st. It's exact on the 19th. Saturn rules your house of courts and legal matters and career. Both of those things may be germane to what's going on the June 14th to the 24th. It works on your favor. Jupiter brings you luck. He's a benefic court outcomes and outcomes in your work, working on your behalf. You will feel kind of lucky June 14th to the 24th. Some of you get a raise, a promotion, or a new level of authority in the work you do, or win the day in court. Then around the 25th to the 29th of the month, you're going to have Mars squaring off with Saturn. Eeks! Mars in the house of Leo, your 4th house. Don't forget, Venus is now there, keeping everybody from killing each other. But change of home is a classic Mars transit, and that's until July the 10th. So some of you may be making construction in the home, but changes of or in the home. And there's a shock and awe vibe. Now, Uranus, home and land and property and real estate. Now, Uranus is in the house of you with Jupiter and the North Node. So it's all very kind of auspicious in the long run, but I can't say that there isn't a bit of jolt or sudden a surprise energy. Again, it's going to involve legacy wealth as well. Jupiter rules the house of inheritances. We're still in the same narrative. Could there be some June 14th to 29th, unexpected money coming from your family of origin? Some of you, it could be bequeathments. Some of you, it could be property sale and property purchases, etc. We finished the month really strong with a couple sweet spots. One is definitely the sun moving through Cancer, is sort of flowing to Saturn in Pisces. Saturn still retrograde. This is going to happen in the last, very tail end, the 27th to the 31st of the month. You may find yourself feeling that you've got some kind of handle on a financial situation that's really beginning to move in a way for you that you feel is stable. And it's stabilizing through things to do with siblings, trips, travel, education. They also could open up something to do with, because the gains of your career or your reputation monies are what we're talking about. And this flow from the sun could bring you stabilization through things that you're doing in the local neighborhood, in the area of travel and journeys, and also connection to siblings. Alrighty, I hope that's useful, Taurus. This is not the longest monthly video. Sometimes they're quite long, but this is a month in which I think this is a good time to be pithy. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, check out my description box for everything I have to offer. I'm hoping that you will indeed jump right in to my channel. Welcome if you're brand new, and good, happy June, happy sailing through the month of June.